guys! All right, welcome to week 3 of making something. All right, so today I had a few different ideas and they were all very simple. So I'm going to do 3 different things today. No real cooking, but they're just very simple things. The second one is a little more complicated, but if you were rushing out to a holiday party and you wanted to bring something like for a Christmas thing that was very quick and easy, hopefully these 3 things will help you out. So let's start with the first one. Here are the ingredients. Okay, so here are the ingredients. So you have a cucumber. There's a couple different kinds. There was one that was a little bit longer with the grooves on. I wish I knew the name of it. That seems like maybe that would work even better, but this is just a basic cucumber. Some little cherry tomatoes, little sweet tomatoes, the little ones. And then just some carrot sticks. Now I found these organic ones which have multicolored carrots in there, and we're kind of looking for some brown ones, so these were perfect. But regular carrots will do as well. And then you'll need some toothpicks. All right, let me show you what we're doing. All right, we are making these little cucumber Christmas trees. Oh, it almost fell off. Let me put them upright. There we go. Little forest. Ah, oh no. But you got the idea. Little forest of Christmas trees, little cucumber Christmas trees. Clearly I need more of a stable. If I wasn't holding them in the air, they'd probably stay up. But yeah, let's show you how to make them. Okay, so we're starting with the carrots. So these are rainbow baby cut organic carrots, which is pretty great. I had never seen them before, but look at the variety of colors. My goodness, that's beautiful. All right, so I'm gonna go with this one. Although this one, tell me that doesn't look like wood. That looks like bark. That's beautiful. All right, so I'm going with this one. You can use whatever color you'd like to use. The orange, regular orange carrots are fine too. So now this is going to be the bark. This is going to be what holds the Christmas tree up. And so we're just going to cut off the bottom. Just going to cut and try to make it a little straight. You can even use the bottom because the bottom will be flat, and then just put it upright, you know, with the flat part on the bottom. But so here we are. We have a nice little round cut stem for the bottom. We're going to cut up more, but we'll just do one at a time. So here we go. We're going to put a toothpick in it so we can get the cucumber going back and forth above it. So that part's pretty simple. All right, let's move on to the cucumber part. Our little tree stem right here. And now this is the difficult part. So this is the most complicated part. You're going to take a cucumber, make sure it's washed off. I'm just going to cut off the end to just give us a little lip to start going with the, you're going to need a slice peeler. And now you're just going to do very thin slice. That's the issue. First, we're going to take the top layer off to get we don't want to use the skin part. We're going to not use that. But now we're on to the regular cucumber part. Okay. And we're just going to get right under there. It's very hard, at least for me, to get a nice thin piece. All right. And we're going to get a couple pieces off at a time because we're going to want to have the thicker ones at the bottom. See, it's very easy to just get a little piece, but we can try to use this later if need be. All right. Oops. Now, you see, as you get further down, and we're already about to hit the next spot, you can see the seeds start to appear, which makes it a little less of a clean slice. So once we run out of space, or once we get too low down on this side, just flip it over, do the same thing to the other side, and then we can do the edges as well. All those trees that I had before, which I think there were 8, that came from 1 cucumber. All right, there we go. See, I'm starting to get not such pretty slices, so I'm going to turn it over and then do the same thing on the other side. But what I found is to start doing the trees now, because you may see, oh, you know what, I want to do a smaller slice or a bigger slice or something. You have a general idea where you're leaving off. All right, so let's pick one of the bigger slices to be on the bottom. What you're going to do is we're going to make little loops back and forth, but it's going to take a few slices. So know that when you come out for your first loop, each one's going to be more and more narrow. Each one's going to be more and more narrow. So you don't want to go out too wide, but you also don't want to start the loop too narrow. So I'm just going to slide this down, but I don't want to push it all the way down to the bottom yet. We will do that, but it just makes it harder for the next loop to reach over. So keep it a little bit towards the top. Get your little loop there. There's our first loop. And now you're going to bring the other side back over to make the second loop. Now I'm going right to the edge of the cucumber, and it's time for the next slice, which we can use this. Oh, it's not super long, so you can kind of test it out in your hand. So we're going to pick up where the last one left off. Now this one kind of comes to a point, so we're going to go just on the edge there. All right, do a little tinier of a loop because we're towards the top, and again another little loop, and then we're just going to end the piece right there. All right, push it down a little. So there we have the tree so far. You can see this little edge is sticking out. Oh, just take it off, done. All right, see, nice little loops. All right, nice little stem on the bottom. Now we just grab a tomato. Here we go. Nice round cherry tomato where there's the little, I guess, little stem part. We're going to stick that right on top. Boom, not too far down, but just enough so it holds the top. And there you go. Oops, let's see the bottom too. There you go. There's your little cucumber Christmas tree. And then go ahead and reuse the strips. Now, when you get towards the end and you have little ones that are very small, you can kind of just fold it and put it on the top as one little loop on a side, just stick it through. But that's pretty much it. Put them all together, and then you've got all your little Christmas, cucumber Christmas trees. All right, that's the first one. You can do that pretty quickly, not a lot of ingredients. You can grab them real quick at the grocery store. You don't have to cook anything. You don't have to stir anything. So it's very quick. Just do this and get out the door to your party with something to bring. All right, here's the second one. It's a little more complicated, but not too complicated. Okay, so here's the second one. Now this one's not so easy. This one is easy in concept, but difficult in practice, at least for me. I'm not very good at dipping chocolate or dipping things in chocolate. So there's supposed to be little reindeer marshmallows. So this is what I was able to do. It's a thin line between cute and creepy with these. But yeah, these are the little chocolate peanut butter reindeer. I'm going to show you how to make, but it's not fantastic. And I think I need parchment paper because I'm having trouble getting the back right. But that's what they are. I'm going to show you how I made these. They are tasty though. They are tasty. So here are the ingredients. Looks like a mess. We're going to use some pretzels. These will be for the antlers. Of course, we're going to use some peanut butter and chocolate chips. So I just got some regular peanut butter here. Actually, it's no stir creamy natural peanut butter, but I don't think it really matters. Hershey's chocolate chips. Go with milk chocolate. I've read, or dark chocolate, I think, but I know they said milk chocolate. We've got the marshmallows for the head of the reindeer. I don't know if I ever showed you, these are like long toothpicks to put them on the stick. We're going to use some hot tamales for the reindeer's nose. And then I got these little candy eyeballs. I don't know if you can see them very well. Candy eyeballs for the eyes, obviously. All right, so let's get started. I don't do this very well, so hopefully this comes out okay. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to start with the chocolate chips. We're going to melt those first because they take a little bit longer than peanut butter to melt. I'm only going to make a couple of reindeer things. So I'm just using 2 tablespoons of the chocolate chips. Okay, I'm just putting in a small microwave container. You can definitely use more. So what we have in here, just a small amount. We're going to microwave it for about 45 seconds, and then we'll add in the peanut butter. But here, let's get this started. Okay. So 45 seconds in the microwave. This is the consistency. You can see it's pretty melted. We're going to add the peanut butter now. I'm going to use about a tablespoon of peanut butter. Maybe a little bit more. That's a pretty hefty tablespoon. That's all right. I like peanut butter. Put that in there. And there's always some that gets left on the measuring spoon. All right. Putting the peanut butter in there. I'm going to mix it up a little bit, and then we're going to have to put it back in the microwave for about another 15 seconds. Let that melt. Okay, all right, so 15 seconds with the peanut butter. It's pretty good consistency here. Now, a lot of the recipes that I had just had chocolate, but they also said to add vegetable oil or coconut oil. When I first tried melting in the chocolate chips, they just became like cooked almost, like really dry. So I thought instead of adding any type of oil, why not add peanut butter? That kind of is a bit of an oily consistency. And look, it's great. It's great. So what I'm going to try doing this time, we'll see, is putting a pretzel on the bottom. This is where we're going to rest the marshmallow so it doesn't totally touch this surface and then lose all the chocolate and peanut butter on there. So we're going to take out a marshmallow and we're going to stab it with the long toothpick. And so what I want to do is kind of do it at an angle here so you can see the little face. So we're going to put it in at an angle, not poking out through the top, but you can feel that it's pretty close to the top. Problem with these little things is they're not super stable. All right, now we're going to, now we're just going to kind of drip the chocolate and peanut butter over the top. We can even dip it in there, but then I feel like I kind of lose control over it. So just cover the marshmallow. Make sure you get all the sides, even the bottom. It's easy to miss the bottom there. All right. There we go, and even the side by the stick. Okay. Once we've got all that covered, make sure it's covered. Kind of let it drip down so it looks nice and not too scary looking. All right. So now we're going to put this end, because this is the back of the head, onto, actually I'll just stick the pretzel on the back there. And that's where we're going to let it kind of rest, but we're still going to work on it. Grab a toothpick. All right. We're going to kind of poke in little holes where we want the antlers to go. I'm going to get the antlers ready first. That is the pretzel. So you're going to split it in half. Now, even the things that we're reading about is hopefully you like pretzels, because it probably won't do the most perfect antlers. Like I like this one, but maybe we have to adjust it a little bit. I don't like having a loop in there. It'd be nice to have it just the antler part. Let's see. Oh, it's not bad. All right, but then we have a piece to eat. Or drop. I just cleaned the table. All right. So there's our antlers. This one, just want to take off a little piece. So just working with it, seeing what's good. You're going to put the antlers so they're facing out like this. So now that we have our antlers ready, I'm just going to poke little holes into the top here, just to make it a little bit easier to put the antlers in. I'm doing a good job of showing you. Okay, so here we're going to stick an antler in. Uh-oh. See, this is sliding. This is my problem. All right, we'll stick an antler in the other. Stick it in one side. Stick it into the other antler spot. And if it's not quite going, you can help ease it in with a toothpick. Just don't want to spread too much chocolate and peanut butter around and make it look messy. All right, so got the antlers in. All right, and now we're going to attach the nose, which will be right in front, and we'll put the eyes up there. Let's just tap in. We're just going to tap in a spot for the nose. That we're going to use the hot tamale for. So we'll just cut this in half. And you can use that on two, one for each. Okay, got the little hot tamale. I'm going to stick it in the hole there. We're definitely going to need, I want a new toothpick, a cleaner toothpick. All right, now, you see? All right, so I just put it on top. Now I'm going to use a toothpick to just kind of push it in there because I don't want to get it all over my hands. Okay. All right. Nose is in. Now we have to get the eyes. So you want to make sure you don't have any chocolate or anything on your hands. Hands should be clean, touching these eyes, but not wet because you don't want to mess up the little eyeball parts. I don't know if you can see. All right. So we're going to put these reindeer ears. I don't know if you can kind of see. There's the antlers. There's the nose. It's facing upwards right now. Just kind of put it again. I'm going to poke little holes to prepare the spot for these little eyeball things. You see that? All right, and I will stick one on. This is so difficult. Okay, because you don't want to get the chocolate on there. There we go. I'll poke the hole on the other side. Oops. Okay. 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 It's like surgery. Get on there, but not make it get messed up. I'm gonna poke it in a little bit. Okay. All right, so there we go. Now if I lift it up, this really has to dry, so I should not be lifting it up, but that's what it will look like once it's dry. Not too bad. And it kind of worked on the pretzel with the pretzel on the back. But so now we'll just leave this. I put mine in the fridge for about it was like 20 minutes, half an hour. I was doing stuff, so I lost track of time. Not too bad. Then they're little reindeer pops. Again, this is a tough one because it's a real close line between cute and creepy. I think they turned out all right. And they are delicious. Can't go wrong. Chocolate, peanut butter, marshmallows, and pretzels, and cinnamon candy. It's a good combination. All right. So that's it. Not the easiest, but they're cute. But these are probably the hardest ones. Now we'll move on to something a little bit easier. Just stacking up, we're going to move on to candy cane bruschetta. All right. Thanks for watching this one. All right, so it's time for the final recipe. We have the cucumber Christmas trees. We have the little Rudolph marshmallows. And now we're going to do a bruschetta candy cane. So this is also really simple, something you can pick up really quickly. In fact, this will be the first time that I am doing this right here with you guys. So we're going to set it up now with the ingredients I have, and we'll do it together, but I think it should be pretty simple. So let's see how it goes. All right, so here are the ingredients. You're going to need a nice plate because once you get it on there, it's staying on there. We have some balsamic glaze, 2 Roma tomatoes. I think we're going to need 3 possibly, but I have 2. I have 2 more as a backup. You get sliced mozzarella cheese. And now the key with this is looking at the size that you have because you're going to want the tomato to match up to the size. It might have gotten a little too big, but hopefully that works out. Some little crackers, or you can have some nice toasted bread that you put a little butter on and toast up, but that's a lot if you're rushing, so some crackers will do. A little basil. And we're back to the cherry tomatoes, using them again. All right, now we're going to set this all up. So let me get these packages open so we can access them easily. Okay, so we're going to start with the tomatoes. So I counted the slices of mozzarella, and there are 16 slices. Some of them are kind of small. So we're going to try to have an even amount of slices of the tomatoes. See, I'm not going to want to use the end, so I'm cutting that off thinly. I want the slices to be about the same size slices as the mozzarella. All right, so hopefully I'm not doing them too thinly. Oh, maybe 2 tomatoes are going to work here. All right, whoops. I don't want to make it too thin. I'll make it a good thick piece of tomato, but also not too thick. All right, let's see. I'm not going to use the end piece. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8. All right, that's about, okay, so it is going to be 2 tomatoes. All right, we'll slice up the other one, then we'll bring the ingredients out. Okay, time to assemble the candy cane. So So I guess it doesn't matter if we really start with the tomato or mozzarella. Again, I'm doing this for the first time. So we're going to try to match up the sizes. There are some smaller ones and some bigger ones. Let's see, you're doing it like candy cane, trying to do it upside down. And then just alternate them. Let's see if I can find a bigger slice to match that one. Grab from the middle. See, I didn't match them up perfectly, the tomato slices, but it's okay. It's generally close. In hindsight, perhaps I should have had a bigger plate. This could also be a candy cane ring, I suppose. Yeah, so something like this, it's more about how you set it up. It's not really about, you know, there's no cooking involved, so there's no mixing involved. So it's nothing like that. It's more just trying to be decorative, I suppose, which is not always my strong suit, but we're making it work. Just put that down at the bottom. Try to straighten out the cane part. I apologize. Yeah, this is the first time that I'm doing this. Usually I always try to do these little recipe things at least once. Not quite a candy cane. So in the future, that turn is so bad. In the future, I would try to match them up a little better and take a little more time doing that. But I think you get the general gist of this being a candy cane. Yes, I could organize the shapes a little bit better. In fact, let me try to do that. Okay, there we go. I'm a little bit more pleased with that. Still not perfect, but a little bit more of a candy cane. All right, so now we're going to bring out the basil, and this has been washed. This one was pretty big leaves, so you're just going to arrange them. I may need to break that one leaf. I'm going to take the stems off, just kind of arrange them as if they were mistletoe or holly. Just adding a little green to the space wherever you think it would look pretty. I guess in the middle here we can put one. Now we are going to put out some balsamic glaze, and we're going to put some little cherry tomatoes here too, so we don't want to take up too much space. Some of these leaves are huge. All right, now bringing out the cherry tomatoes. I'm going to put the cherry tomatoes kind of right there, making it a little mistletoe-ish looking, right by the basil. There we go, put those 2 cherry tomatoes in all those spots. Okay, right there. Maybe we're gonna turn this, all right. Again, this is just about arranging things, which I'm not always the best at, but if you can make it look nice, then that's great. All right, moving on from the balsamic glaze, we're gonna put it in a little container so people can choose how much they want to take of it. So put the balsamic glaze in there. Okay. All right. We can put the balsamic glaze right next to it, but we will put the little crackers on the plate. So I can separate these. Put the crackers in the middle. You can drizzle the balsamic glaze over top of this as well, but here, just put it on the side. There we go. There's the little crackers. All right, or you can keep the crackers on the side as well. So there you go. There's your little candy cane bruschetta with the balsamic glaze on the side. Not too hard. Again, if you're good at arranging things, you can probably make this look really pretty, but it's very simple. And just take it with you to a party, boom, you're done. Very easy to do. No cooking, no mixing, just kind of throwing it all together and trying to make it look nice. All right, so those are the 3 things. I hope you enjoy them. I hope it helps you out if you need to make a quick little food item that maybe looks a little impressive. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. This is the 3rd week. There's 1 more to come, and I really appreciate you guys checking these out and encouraging me to do this. This was fun. All right, thanks guys. Take care. Bye.